So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be performing a really cool self-working card trick by Jason Ladanye. It's called $100,000 Location. So if you're interested in watching that, then stick around and I shall see you in a second. So once again, we're going to be using these Fear 11 Game of Thrones playing cards. We'll just remove them from the box, and we don't need the box. So we've got a deck of cards here. They're all entirely regular and normal, except the Ace of Clubs is the other way around for some reason. That's absolutely fine. We'll even give the cards a bit of a shuffle. And the idea is we're going to get two spectators to select two different cards in a very cool, a very random way. So once the deck has been mixed up, we're going to get the spectator 1 over on this side to give the cards a cut roughly halfway and complete the cut. Okay, perfect. And then spectator 2 can also give the cards a cut. Perfect. And then I will also give the cards a cut just to complete things off. Perfect. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to spread through the deck and I'm going to try and remove just an easy to remember card. So I'm going to spread through the cards here. What's an easy to remember card? Probably, actually, I'm not really sure which card to go for. You know what? We'll go for the Ace of Clubs. I think that might be an easy to remember card for us. Okay, so we'll just square everything up. Place the deck off to the side. Perfect. So the idea is we're going to use this Ace of Clubs here as a sort of a marker card, an indicator card. What we'll do is we'll use some of these cards over here. And the idea is you're going to get the chance to now place this Ace of Clubs anywhere in the section of cards, just like that. And it's going to separate two cards now. So if we take a look and we spread these cards, we can actually see that the Ace of Clubs has separated the Jack of Diamonds and the 10 of Clubs, for example. Now if we do this again, it's completely random. We have no idea of telling where the Ace of Clubs is going to end up in this packet. So once again, if we do the same thing, this time we've ended up splitting the 7 of Clubs and the 6 of Clubs. So we're going to get spectator 1 and 2 to do exactly the same thing. Actually, you know what? Because I've looked at these cards, you may think there's something in the method to do them. We'll use these cards. I've not looked at them and I won't look at the cards for the rest of the trick. Okay? So the spectator is now going to get the chance to take this Ace of Clubs and place it anywhere in the packet. So let's say they place it here. Perfect. So now they've done that, they have separated two cards, and I'm going to quickly explain what I want them to do with this section of the deck over here. We'll use the Ace of Hearts just to quickly explain. So I'll place it in the middle, just like demonstrated here. So what I want you to do is I want spectator 1 to spread through, and I want them to remember the card that is the first card on top or above the ace in their packet. Okay, so they're going to take a look at the card above the ace in their packet. So this will be spectator 1's card here above the ace. Okay, so you'll take a look at that and remember that card for spectator number 1. Okay, perfect. And now very easily and very simply, spectator number 2 is going to do exactly the same thing, but they're going to remember the card directly below the ace. Okay, so spectator 2 will do exactly that. They'll look at the card below the ace here. So we'll just take a look and I'll show you that card and you'll remember that card for spectator number 2. Perfect. So now we can move on. All we're going to do is we're going to play a little bit of a game just to demonstrate the odds of this trick working. I'll show you what I mean by that. So spectator 1, what I want you to do is give the cards a cut and complete the cut. Perfect. And then spectator 2, I want you to also cut the cards and complete the cut. So in doing that, you've actually moved the ace in the packet, and we have no idea where that ace is in the packet. And if we have no idea where the ace is in the packet, we have no idea where your two selections are in the deck. Now, if I were to ask spectator 1, for example, would you take or bet $100,000 that you would be able to guess which packet the ace would end up if I were to start dealing them into a pile of 2. Now most people would definitely not take that bet because it's just too risky, as they wouldn't know, they wouldn't have a clear idea as to where the ace would end up now. The pack of the ace in, do you want this to go on top or the bottom of the packet here? On the bottom, perfect, okay? So we'll do exactly the same thing again. So spectator 1, I want you to give the card a cut and complete the cut. And then spectator 2, do exactly the same thing. You give the card the cut and complete the cut. So that's moving the ace around even more. And we're going to do exactly the same thing. I'll pose the same question to spectator 2. Would you take the $100,000 bet that you'd be able to tell me which packet the ace of clubs would end up in? And they'd probably say no at this point because it's still too risky and still too large amount of money to risk losing at this point. Now, do you want the packet, the ace, to go on the top or the bottom again? On the bottom again. Perfect. That's absolutely fine. Now, after all of that, there's no way anyone would have been able to predict where the ace would have ended up in the packet at all, really. There's no way anyone would be able to predict that. The odds are just too crazy. Now, what I want to do is, spectator 1 will do this. What I want you to do is cut over roughly about half the cards, okay, onto spectator 2's side. Perfect. So we'll cut these over and then we'll just switch these over quickly. So you've cut over a packet of cards. Now I'm going to try and use my telepathy skills because after a while of practicing card magic, you start forming a little psychic bond with the deck of cards. It's pretty crazy, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place my hand over this packet here, and I'm going to try and determine something about spectator 1's card here. And I'm sensing the number 5 for some reason, but 5 is not, I don't think it's the value. I think it's referring to the position of the card. So if we spread these out here, and we take a look, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think the 5th card down is your card, and the 5th card out of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 out of 12 cards is not particularly great odds, but I think I've absolutely nailed it here. So if we take a look at spectator 1's card, was this spectator 1's card the 9 of spades? Well, I'm hoping it was. So, and the next thing we need to determine is spectator 2's card. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to place my hand above the packet, and I'm getting the number 4. So if we do exactly the same thing, in fact, spectator 2, pick up the packet, and I want you to do it. Just deal down to the 4th card. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4 out of those that number of cards there. So that's out of 8 cards. And I think for some reason I'm getting a second message. If you can, it's not quite clear enough. So what I want you to do, spectator 2, is just look at your card and keep saying the name of your card. If this is your card, say yes or no, please. Actually, let's. So I'm getting a yes, but just keep thinking of the name of your card, saying it over and over again in your head, over and over again. I'm getting the 2 of spades. The 2 of spades. Am I correct? I am. And that is Jason Ladanye's $100,000 location effect. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And with all that said, I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.